This video being put out by CENTCOM earlier today, showing the full force of the United States in action during Operation Epic Fury that has since made national and international headlines, as you can imagine, right here on Live Now from Fox. All right, everyone. Now let's show you just a little bit more reporting from Fox News' Trey Yingst.
You can see here the site of a direct impact in Tel Aviv. First responders are currently digging through the debris of the building behind me. They just pulled 2 civilians out. There were a number of injuries at this location, but the ongoing ballistic missile fire is making it incredibly difficult for these first responders to look for survivors, because every time the siren goes off, they have to rush into a nearby shelter and get underground. But you see here the massive amount of destruction to this building, a residential block. And they are bringing dogs in. There are still firefighters on the scene putting out the blaze inside the building. And they're using megaphones to call out to see if there are any survivors still trapped under the debris. This is the most significant impact since the war erupted early this morning with the Israeli strikes and American strikes against Iran, where we can confirm Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, was killed along with 40 top leaders from the Islamic regime.
All right, some reporting there from Fox News' Trey Yingst doing incredible work out in Israel. Live look right now, Tel Aviv this evening. We are continuing to take a look at always the very latest. If we see any action in the sky, we will be bringing that to your attention right here on Live Now from Fox. But I want to bring in our next guest to help us bring in some more insight and analysis of what we have already seen and what we could possibly see in the future here. So joining me right now, Jonathan Strum, Middle East expert. Great to have you on, Jonathan. Thanks so much for coming back on with us here on Live Now from Fox, and really history in the making today, no doubt.
Absolutely. We still don't know exactly where it's going to end, but it's clearly the Middle East is likely going to be changed after this.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And let's talk about where we're at right now with the Supreme Leader killed, many of the top officials as well. What is going to how really in these next 24 to 48 hours is crucial for really continuing to try to topple this regime?
Well, ultimately, the key thing that needs to get done is that somebody needs to take control of the government and key institutions within the government. Normally, you'd want to be able to control the army and the IRGC, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. It's unclear who's going to be able to do that. And it's unclear to me at this point whether or not the president of Iran, who is a reputed moderate, will be able to then take control of the government and say, hey, wait a minute, enough. We're going to go with it. We're going to go with a new regime. We don't know that yet. To the best of my knowledge, the president has not been seen in public. The foreign minister has, but he does not have really a base of power. And ultimately, you really need to be able to control at least the army or the IRGC.
As we take a look at some of the video from the IDF earlier, were officials, do you think, Jonathan, do you think they were surprised that they were able to get to the leader so quickly, or is this something that the planning was really all about?
I think this was a question of planning. It's a little bit surprising from the reporting that I have seen. It might have been that many of these people were in the same place. This is reminiscent of what happened in June when Israel was able to take out many of the people that many of the top people in the regime. You know, one person that I spoke to overseas speculated that this might have been something of a Last Supper, where the the Supreme Leader Khamenei had everybody come in and gave them their last marching orders. And of course, the Israelis were probably tracking it and were able to kill many of the top leadership at one shot.
Is there any worry that that they had some sort of contingency plan if this were to happen, and what we could see possibly be seeing in the next 24 to 48 hours?
Absolutely. Some of the reporting that had been going on over the last week or two was that, in fact, they were doing all this kind of contingency planning. And the question still remains, what have they left in reserve? We know that the Iranians have sleeper cells in Europe. Will those be unleashed? There is fear of a potential dirty bomb that they could send to Israel or elsewhere. We don't know what is there. And so far, I saw a little bit of the reporting on the segment just ahead of ours that, they have hit Israel several times. We know that they were successful last time in getting missiles through, but we don't know what they have left. And we don't know really what they're planning. Just from a normal standpoint, I'm always a little concerned. This seems to have been gone easier than anybody anticipated in the early go round. So I'm a little concerned about what's left, what we don't know about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think another worry too, last question here to you, Jonathan, might be what about the situation here in the United States? Is there any worry that there is any cells that have been waiting for this to happen and will unleash whatever they have planned within the United States now?
There's always worry about whether they're cells or not. I have to tell you that from the people I talk to, they know about cells in Europe. I don't know. I haven't heard anybody who's confirmed to me directly that there were cells in the United States. So we can only hope that that's not the case.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Jonathan Strum, thanks so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. We always appreciate the analysis. Great to have you on, and you have a good evening.
Thanks. You too.
You too. Take care. All right, everyone. We are going to continue to roll on here on Live Now from Fox, continuing to showcase different vantage points that we have. This one in Tel Aviv, continuing to showcase more